SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I want to discuss this topic with you all here today. I find it quite ironic, the way that things have kind of played out with T-Mobile and them raising pricing on their new plans. And I think you're going to be surprised when you kind of think about some of the stuff that has happened over the last few years. And with the most recent developments with T-Mobile pricing, it might actually shock you and catch you off guard. Okay, so I'm going to discuss the current state of the industry, pricing on all these postpaid plans, and what this means for us as customers and consumers within the marketplace, and what T-Mobile may or may not have done with these most recent moves. All right, so what I'll do for you guys here, I'm going to cover all that in today's video, but real quick, just to turn your attention, ways to support the SMT. You can buy me a coffee. The link is in the description if you want to support your creators directly. Also, if the prices from these carriers, these postpaid deals are just too expensive and you're looking for a better deal, you can get it from Mint Mobile. That's our partner. The partner link in the description will unlock savings. You guys can get a great deal on wireless service, legendary customer care, all types of value, and you'll be helping out the channel. They just raised data allotments across all their plans, didn't even touch pricing, they left it the same. Awesome deals. Check them out. Use our partner link. You'll be helping out the channel in the process. Okay, so the Go 5G plan for T-Mobile is now priced at $130 a month for 3 phone lines. That's taxes and fees included, right? And it's a good value, right? With respect to tax and fees being in there, it is a good value. Now, the pricing of these new plans just being, about $10 more for a 3-line, right? They've abandoned Magenta and Magenta MAX. If you've got all those older plans, you get to keep them. That's fine. But they're probably moving away from these new, or they're probably going to be moving away from Magenta MAX completely. As of right now, you could still buy those lines online. You can't buy them in store. But anyways, what I want to kind of recap with this is what has happened over the last few years. Back in 2019, each of the big 3 carriers basically created new data plans. All right, so for T-Mobile, it was Magenta MAX, and then, like you guys know about Essentials, right? Those are the types of things that have been happening since 2019. Nothing has changed since then, all right? Same thing at AT&T, right? They had the AT&T, at the time it was the Elite, and then they did the Unlimited Extra, and then they did the Unlimited Starter, right? And then in between, there was like a BYOD plan and stuff like that. But all this was going on in 2019, and then with Verizon, what they did was they moved to this setup where you had the 5G start, then you had the do more, play more sitting in the middle, so like 2 middle plans, and then you had the 5G get more. Later on, which would have been last year, we saw the Welcome Unlimited, which came in a little bit more affordable than even the 5G start. Anyways, since this time, AT&T has kept pricing the same, right? They did put price increases or fee increases for legacy plans. Verizon, same thing. Their pricing has been the same, right? They hit the legacy plans with a couple of price hikes and stuff like that, and they did the economic adjustment fee. So T-Mobile, up until now, they had the same locked-in pricing too. Nothing changed. And then now with the new plans, we see price increases. AT&T took things away from customers, right? So it was like the perks, right? So they got rid of HBO Max. They changed the Elite to Premium. They dropped the free Watch TV app access back in 2019. They dropped Spotify in October of 2021, I think. Also in 2019, they had some value ads that they maybe don't have today. So like AT&T hasn't touched pricing, but they've dropped some things to reduce the costs of providing those plans. Now in Verizon's case, right, they added the Welcome Unlimited over the last year. They started their pricing. It dropped pricing actually, and that was what AT&T did. They dropped their unlimited plan pricing. Verizon dropped their unlimited plan pricing by about $5, right? They went to the do more, get more, play more, all that start and all that. So, and then those plans replaced like the Beyond Unlimited plans, and those plans actually dropped by like $5 to $20 per line, right? And then they added all this value with like Disney Plus and all this stuff. So like, and nobody does more with Hulu and all these partnerships, Apple Music, and right. So like, it's been really good for the consumer, right? And then with T-Mobile, like the Essentials, in 2021, they brought Magenta MAX. In 2019, they had like the Magenta plans and stuff like that, replacing the T-Mobile one. If you guys remember, it was Magenta and Magenta Plus if you wanted the HD video. But they didn't have any price changes, right? It was value added, more hotspot per line, those types of things. So here we are today. The first carrier to raise pricing on their plans, T-Mobile. Who would have thought out of this entire industry, T-Mobile would have been the first carrier to raise prices? Not Verizon, who everybody says is super expensive. Not AT&T, who everybody knows has been known to do some shady stuff, right? It was T-Mobile, right? The one that everybody championed as the uncarrier. And here they are, the first in the industry to raise pricing in the last 3 or 4 years. It was them. Literally 3-year anniversary of the merger, they raised pricing right off the rip. And then they neutered Magenta and Magenta MAX, only allowing you to buy it online, and then also removing the free line that used to come with them. So that way they can do the free lines on these new plans. So that way the value is there and not on Magenta and Magenta MAX. And we're anticipating that at some point they're just going to pull Magenta and Magenta MAX completely away from the offers. Right? So only legacy customers will be keeping them. I find it ironic how instant they made the price increases. It goes to show you that they really did have to raise prices badly, right, in order to pay for all those network upgrades they've done in the last 3 years. All those corporate promises they made to shareholders and investors that they have to follow through on, right? They want to build up that free cash flow. They want to take care of those corporate duties. They got plans to do things in the future. They want to be profitable. Executives have bonuses on the line here, right? And investors want returns. The shareholders want returns. All right, so, and I think also additionally, with respect to T-Mobile, you guys got to think about it with respect to like the retail operations, right? They've closed stores, they've had redundancies, the whole Sprint thing. They've laid off a lot of workers. They've been working at this for a long time. There's probably some more coming down the line, right? You can only get, the best upgrades with the 5G Plus plan. Go 5G Plus, right? Everybody else is on a peasant plan. You can't get those same upgrades. New and existing customers, getting all the deals. You got to be on the Go 5G Plus. You can't mix and match, right? Not too much uncarrier stuff happening. The phone unlock, you're trading in locked AT&T phones for locked T-Mobile phones, right? So all of these types of things. I just thought I'd present it to you guys so that way we're aware that we're seeing and witnessing what's happening here, right? Look at what's going on in the market. And actually, I wanted to ask you guys this. Comment in the comment section. Do you think that there's room, now that AT&T and Verizon have watched T-Mobile raise pricing, do you think they are going to raise pricing? Do you think that Verizon and AT&T will also raise pricing now, right? Because the pricing is now not really that separate, right? 3 lines of starter unlimited from AT&T, $135 plus tax and fees, puts you around $145. T-Mobile's at $130, right? 3 lines of 5G start from Verizon puts you at about $135. That's pretty close. They're all close now. T-Mobile's still a little bit cheaper, but the gap is now much smaller, right? What do you guys think? You think Verizon and AT&T might raise pricing now because T-Mobile did? I don't know. Think they got the guts to do it? All right. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. Love to hear what you guys have to say on this. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.